Welcome in to the OBR streaming network. This is All Eyes on Cleveland. My name is Brad Ward. The man next to me, Casey Kinnamon, Big Case Dog. What is going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to be here with you.
Feels good to be seen.
Yeah.
Told you before the show, I'm flying solo. My wife and kids went up to Ohio for the weekend. So I got the house to myself. I want to get to watch the rest of on the night of, and then we'll have something to talk about next week.
You've got a night ahead of you then.
Sure do.
All right. I want to show you a video right to start before we get into anything else.
Okay. Well, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, and you know, the OBR marketing team is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And they came up with another beaut here. So we're going to play this.
And that's where the defense is having to deal with an offense that's going 3 and out half the time. They're still holding opponents down relatively. You know, the Commanders obviously.
One and out is down. Counts it. You know, you don't. It's you know.
Don't be a bird man.
Bird brain.
Bird man, Casey.
A bird man. Bird brain.
Whatever. Or a bird man.
Don't be a bird man.
Or a bird brain. Don't be a raven.
Yeah, never go full raven.
That was funny. I like when the birds are hitting. I like when the birds are slamming into his car. It's very funny.
Like,
good
dude,
stuff.
I wish I had a jugs machine.
I know, right? So right before I came on the air, so great video as always.
Great video.
Yeah, get
Excellent.
over to theobr.com. I mean, the coverage doesn't get any better than right now this time of year. You got.
If you can't be at camp, the next best thing is being in the thread. You got to be a subscriber to do it, but it's like being at camp.
Yeah. You'll know everything that's happening.
But if you can, like Brad, going to camp wouldn't be bad either.
Yeah. I enjoyed myself 2 days out there. We're going to talk about it. But, yeah. I'd like to go again, to be honest. But
I'm sure somebody out there has got tickets.
Yeah. Actually,
what in their pocket.
You know what has happened, and I discovered this in talking to some people out there. People, I don't want to accuse just season ticket holders of this, but people that got them for free. The idea is these are free, right?
Yeah.
And people that got them for free. And I gotta tell, hey Connie, and thank Connie in the chat. She gave me the ticket that I used on. She gave me the ticket that I used on on Wednesday. So
nice. Connie's awesome.
Thank you to Connie. She's the best. So thank you, Connie. But yeah, I guess people are taking the free tickets and putting them up for sale on StubHub for like $20 or $30.
Times are tough, Brad.
Isn't that infuriating though? Kind of like that's
it's like
not
situationally. Like maybe someone's like make it or break it. They're not going to make it this month. Ends ain't meeting I could see it, but just in general, it's a pretty scumbag thing to do.
I
You
think
convince me case by case that it's different, but like in general, this
because
is the Connect fans.
because I was like basically found out, I can just go in there and buy them if I want to.
Yeah, it's against the principle, though,
So
right?
yeah, but it's against what what I mean. I don't know. It's crazy. It's a scumbag thing to do because in most circumstances, unless you can't feed
Yeah,
your family
that's what
and
I'm
you
saying. But
somehow,
other than that, like if you're just doing it like to make a quick buck,
dude, those tickets go faster than a shoe drop
and like
goes
3 years ago
at
you
like
could get them. These last 2 years, it's been. I know
this,
several people that have been there the second that they go online and they're already gone.
this year. I had 3 devices ready to go. You know what I mean? Like I was ready and I couldn't get one ticket. Like
Yeah, that, and
9:59
then you turn around and see
10
people selling
go.
them. It's like,
But it's like so I don't know, you haven't been out there, you've seen pictures and stuff that they've all the houses are gone. Like so
yeah, I
it's
heard that was
like
happening.
yeah, and like it's the sun just beats down on you out there. It's very hot. It was very hot this week. I went 9:30 in the morning and wore like swish pants yesterday, like thinking it would be like cool enough in the
In
morning.
the morning. Yeah.
Mistake. Nope. It was hot and it was packed yesterday. On
Well, that's what
Saturday it was
you said. The
less.
houses are all gone. They're gonna completely renovate the practice facility, from what I've been told. I don't know what the end of the project date is, but like you would hope that they would put some like built-in shading for the fans in the stands.
Yeah. Well, there's like the VIP area. They're covered, you know.
You should have someone come with you and just hold an umbrella over you.
I'm fine. I'm good. Yeah, it was too hot for Dewan. You're right, Pat. Dewan looks in shape. No, he's getting taken to school by Miles on every play.
I mean,
Who wouldn't?
that's what I'm saying. Like it's like when you are practicing at a harder level, and then you put it on easy, and then I'm not saying the rest of the league's easy, but the rest of the league is not Miles Garrett.
I hope, man. I mean, I hope that it translates that way. We'll talk all about that in a minute, but I wanted to get to this article while it's still top of mind. Justin Tinsley, ESPN. Is it ESPN? It may not be ESPN.
Not familiar with his work.
Hold on.
Let's see what he did here.
No, it's ESPN. Of course it is, right? Justin Tinsley, ESPN, and now I lost it. Come on, man. Be better than that, Brad. There it is. Justin Tinsley. Shedeur Sanders has a Cleveland Browns problem. Browns owner's comments reflect decades-long inconsistency at quarterback position. The Cleveland Browns don't have a Shedeur Sanders problem. Shedeur Sanders, much like any other quarterback drafted or signed in the franchise since it returned to the league in '99, has a Browns problem. Speaking to the media earlier this week, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam revealed that the franchise high-profile fifth-round selection from Colorado and Jackson State quarterback wasn't his choice. Quote, listen, we have a good process. If you'd have told me Friday night, day 2 of the draft, driving home, y'all are going to pick Shedeur, I would have said, that's not happening, said Haslam, who, with his wife Dee, has owned the Browns since 2012. Quote, but we had a conversation earlier that morning, and we had a conversation later that day, and at the end of the day, that was Andrew Berry's call. Andrew made the call to pick Shedeur. True Serum has been Haslam's calling card for most of 2025. In March, Haslam admitted quarterback Deshaun Watson's albatross $230 million fully guaranteed contract was a big swing and miss. When asked what he's learned in his 13 years of owning the team. Haslam's weapon of choice was self-deprecatory humor. You'd think it doesn't look like much, quote unquote. He yucked. He yucked. Great word choice.
Yucked.
What is he, a 1950s villain?
Whatever, man. We're going to yuck it up later.
Yeah. Haslam's passive-aggressive comments about Sanders' place on the roster are telling. Haslam didn't say that because he didn't think Sanders was going to be available in the 5th round. He said that because he never wanted him there to begin with. Sanders has
his interjection. Haslam didn't say that.
Right.
So he's telling you what Haslam meant because he knows.
What do we... Here we go, Jim. I don't know, Jim. Sanders hasn't taken his first official snap as a professional, and as his career has already twists and turns from combine to the draft. Everyone has had an opinion about. Well, that has nothing to do with the Browns.
Yeah.
And he talks about how great he's handled it, which he has handled everything so far. But like this is nonsense.
The circuitous pre-draft process had nothing to do with the Browns.
Right.
At all.
He ties that in and then basically says that, he's overcoming and all this. But like the whole Haslam didn't want to. He didn't say that.
I know.
I didn't think anything that he said was against Shedeur in any way.
Mm-hmm.
He just said that it wasn't in their plan. They had already taken a quarterback. So driving home that day, why would he think they would take another one? He forgets to mention that part. Not that he didn't want him at that point.
Yeah.
It's just that he's just framing it in that way because he said, I wouldn't have thought that we would pick him. Because you already picked a quarterback. He never mentions that in the article. That's the reason why. Not because they didn't want him. Such
details. Details matter.
Assholes.
But you clicked on it. And that's the reason he titled it what he titled it. He's going to get hate clicks and regular clicks. You know how it goes. You know this cycle. Public meetings never go out of style.
The Browns did draft him. I mean, no good.
I know. Hey.
It's clickbait season. It's dickbait season. It's ridiculous, dude. That is ridiculous nonsense. Anyways, I didn't think that what had the Haslam said about Shedeur was
none of that.
Aggressive
That's
or
all his
negative
interjection. That's his inner dialogue.
He just was putting to rest the idea that he was the one that took the pick.
Yeah.
No,
he heard it. He heard as soon as it happened, and there's the picture of their faces, and he's like, "Oh, this is Jimmy Haslam," and people just run with like it's fact, trying to dispel it. But even that, him saying that's not going to. The people who believe that still believe that, even though Jimmy said what he said.
Yeah, you're watching All Eyes on Cleveland. That's Casey Kinnamon. I'm Brad Ward. Tough week, Case.
I was supposed to say I don't want to talk about it, but that's what I'm doing here. So
yeah, I mean, you're forced to talk about it. But what happened with MJ Emerson was like it hurt my soul.
Oh, I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
I'm doing better now, but like that day, what's who says that? It's in somebody's stand-up act, but it knocked the cool out of my walk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That day, it just knocked me off track. Like, I kind of walked around like in a daze the rest of the day. Like, are you kidding me, dude?
To steal your phrase, and if I were to have written things I think I know about this upcoming season, the top of that list would have been Martin Emerson's return to dominance.
Yeah, that
would have been it. And then like it just so happened to be the day that it happens. Like they spend the morning pumping my ego up, saying everything that I was saying for months about his body not holding up. And then
how hard he's worked.
Dude, they got
His
me so pumped
attitude
up.
is different.
So that when that news came, it was even worse, And
Yeah.
and in a contract year, no, you said it though. I mean, I'm not okay still, and I understand like the game's still going to be played. We still got to roll on, and there's things you can lean on. Like, okay, well, Newsom is better on the outside. It don't make me feel better, brother. At this moment, like maybe 2-3 games after,
Well,
it's just.
He's been my favorite player on this team for a couple of years.
Yeah, man.
And
yeah, man. Yeah. When I think of the defense, I think of 23. Yeah. And when I think of 23, the thing I think of is him.
Yeah.
Like obviously the defensive line got after it, but like that attitude that he played with, and it just he embodied what that defense was to me.
Ever since he was a rookie, like when he was a rookie, I was pounding the table saying if the rest of the defense would play with the moxie and the attitude and the in your face, approach that he plays with, they'd be so much better off. And then the next year enter Jim Schwartz, that we saw that come to reality, but like he embodies everything that defense is about when he's playing his best football. And it was bad to watch him not play well last year, but I was fully like in the same boat as you. I think me and you were both in lockstep that no doubt he comes back like a maniac this year. And he was flying around at camp. I mean, and vocal leadership, somebody makes a play, he's jumping in their face. You know how he is. He's just energy nonstop, man. Like he's like in the moment always.
He brings the juice, man. And he's that physicality that you have on that back end. You know what I mean? Like he's not a finesse guy. I don't know. I gravitate towards those type of players and his story too, because even the night that he was drafted, he wasn't even in my mind of someone that was an option. So that when you draft him, you're like, what? I didn't see them going cornerback this early and all these things. But then when you seen it on the field and they immediately made him a starter, you know what I mean? Yep. Like from day one, man. From day one, he belonged. He's a dude. In my mind, he's a roster cornerstone. I don't know if that's true now. It's all up in the air, and the contract here makes it muddy. And I know it's not the same because I felt the same way I felt when I knew Nick was done.
It's heartbreaking for him because personally, too, because if you're fond of the guy, like it couldn't have happened at a worse time in his contract year. Like a chance to set up his family for life. Like these are the type of things that change careers sometimes. Now you hope he bounces back and whatever, but like it's going to take some doing, like where a good year this year would have gotten like set up his family forever.
Yep.
And
and now he have to wait at least 2 years probably to make that happen because the injury's coming back off of. It's the year after is usually a struggle year. It's the year after, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate, man. He's a baller. I hate this for him, but he's a dog, man. I wouldn't bet against him. He's a dog. And his game's not predicated on being super bursty or anything, like, But something like this could eventually change him to being a safety, right?
Could.
Like I think that might be a way this plays out.
Get the size. You know what I mean? Like not like cool, like I'm walking like I'm Joe Cool. Like, you walk like you walk, like you're feeling good. And it's just all of a sudden you're like walking like you got punched in the, in the balls or something or in the stomach. And you're just like, oh God, man.
I was just praying because you know how it happened. It was like the first thing was Emerson's down, it's lower leg, his teammates are surrounding him. That's the first thing that I see. And then it's like, okay, did he dislocate an ankle? Is it a knee? Like you start running the things. And then the longer that it went, it felt like this is going to be an Achilles.
They knew right away.
It's going to be an Achilles, isn't it? And then they started.
He was like
everything
pounding the ground,
pouring in. Yeah, man, sucks.
Yeah, Chantel, we'll get to the quarterback situation. I've got notes. I wrote about it. If you guys have read, Each day I went to camp, I wrote a things I think I know after.
Mm.
Did you read them, Case?
Yeah, but I wish I wouldn't have.
Why?
Because we're having this conversation, so I already
Yeah.
kind of know what you saw and what you think.
Well,
but yeah, no, I didn't. I read them, and I'm sure we'll get into certain aspects of it. Certain things was pleasant to read. Things that I want to see happen that are happening.
yeah. So let's start with what's happened. We can go to quarterbacks, and then we'll come back to life after Emerson in a minute. You're good, Chantel. Quarterbacks is a good place to. I just wanted to talk about like how bad that sucked first. Yeah, he was crying and it was heartbreaking. Connie, you're right. But so we've got Kenny Pickett out with this weird injury, and it's weird because the day that it supposedly happened,
Yeah,
Saturday.
you were there.
What's Roach at? Is he asking about the bet?
Maybe.
Is that what you're talking about, Roach?
Yeah, he's got to be
very
way more
cryptic.
specific, man.
We
Oh yeah, no, it's my fault. I was actually supposed to text him a this or a this. Hey, Jacob. Okay.
Jacob wants some more. He wants some more smoke.
He does.
Not only did he take the ridiculous bet of taking who did he take?
Dylan Gabriel versus the field.
Dylan Gabriel versus the field. To start week 1.
It ain't over.
Week 1. And then so he's already lost that bet. And then now he wants to do a 53-man prediction bet with us. So yeah, what's on? It's on, brother. Bring the drama.
He wants all the smoke. He wants that sour diesel smoke.
It was heartening to hear his teammates watching him. Welcome. I mean, dude, his teammates were. It basically, by all accounts, it basically ended practice for the day. Like it sucked the air out of everything. They couldn't get anything done after that. Because I was up there, I talked to a couple people that were there the day. I was there the day after, the day before, and they basically said like they couldn't get anything done afterwards.
Yeah, it's again, this I equated the same thing when I talk about Chubb. It was like Chubb was the heart of the team. Like, you have faces and you have voices. He was the heart. I think Emerson's the heart of that defense.
Yeah,
and you already lost JOK, who's like the other guy who does the juice. You know what I mean? Like you've lost 2 young cornerstones of the defense before the season even starts. Man, that's life in the NFL. No team's gonna feel sorry for you.
So, Terry McLaurin has asked for a trade request today. I call bullshit. Listen, here's my thing. He's not even that far off the mark with what he's making now.
Mm-hmm.
I understand he wants one more big payday, but you got to be kidding me. He wants out of Washington. There's no way.
They literally just got inside of their Super Bowl window.
It just got in the window.
It just started, man. Like
I know he wants that payday.
Figure it out. You got to go public with this. Like that's the other thing that kills me. Is like, okay, I get it. Get it done behind the scenes, man. And if they say, hey, you got to prove it this year, then go out there and do that and cash out. But like,
I mean, he's saying this, but he does not mean this. Is what I.
No, we've seen teams call other teams bluffs. So Ayuk didn't want out of San Francisco.
Correct. Because when they called his bluff,
they did.
He wanted nothing to do with it. Listen, here's the thing. Terry McLaurin is going to be 30 by the time the season starts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And he is set to make 15.5, 2.8 roster bonus. It's hard to figure out. But they base this stuff on your average salary, right? Because it's all messed around. But his average salary is 22.7 right now. The top of the market is 30.
Yeah.
And he's 30 years old, Case. So I know he's in a contract year. So I understand wanting a new contract. But if he wants 30, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I would just be looking for like 2 more guaranteed years and with a third year, right?
Yeah, get a pay bump.
And get 25.
Yeah, 30 is
And
unrealistic.
At 30 years old, that's the deal you want.
But it's bordering. You start high, they come low, you meet in the middle. If he makes 26.2, you know what I mean? I think that'd be a fair thing for 2 years. But at that position, you get to age 32, 33, and it's not there.
Yeah, and he's not leaving this team who just brought all these veterans in. They're old.
We haven't really seen Josh Harris play ball yet, the owner. You know, they've under a new regime.
You know, they're old. Like,
yeah, everybody's got the misconception because of Jaden that they're a young team. They're the oldest team in the league.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, quarterback. So Pickett on Saturday, and I watched him play on Saturday, and he threw a touchdown on the last play of practice. And Nathan Zagura said he ran over to him to do an interview. They did the interview, and then he ran off the field. This is Saturday. Next thing we hear, he's out with a hamstring. Is that weird? Yes, a little. When did he hurt his hamstring, Case?
Must have been as soon as he got to the locker room.
I know
these I feel like this is a mercy thing. Like
so it's so weird because people's takes on this are so wide. Like I was listening to we on the React, we watched Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. What's his name from Channel 3?
Jay Crawford.
Jay Crawford thinks that Pickett is who they want to start week 1.
So this is their way of bubble wrapping him?
I don't know, but a lot of people keep saying Pickett is the guy. He's still going to start. He's still in this thing. They're just,
Okay.
Dude,
all right.
I've been there twice. He is who we thought he was, Casey.
Yeah.
He is who we thought he was. Here's my thing, and I wrote it. He has failed, in my opinion, and I've been there 2 days, but and watched all the clips, but and we can watch clips of I grabbed the thank God for the work she does. Cam Justice does.
She takes excellent video.
Yeah, she does a compilation every day. But so I grabbed the compilations from yesterday, and so which won't include Pickett, obviously, but here's my thing. Having 4 quarterbacks is difficult in camp.
Yes.
They've done a nice job of being efficient with their time. They have done a nice job of 2-spotting and maximizing reps, basically, right? They've done a good job of maximizing reps for all 4 quarterbacks to this point. And in training camp, okay, by the way, for context here, these are the first 3 reps that Shedeur took against the one.
Against the ones. The next 2 look good.
Yeah, the first one was incomplete, but he's
thrown back, but it was his guy or nobody. It wasn't.
That's what I was saying. It wasn't a bad throw. He threw it the only place you could throw it.
Yeah, it was his guy or nobody. I ain't mad at that.
And then the next 2 plays, he's with the 2 defense or the 2 offense.
Against the 1D.
1 defense. And he gets a completion there.
Nice touch.
Gage again. Gage is everywhere.
The guy who's everywhere is wearing number 49.
Another. Oh, I know we're gonna talk about him, but another good ball there to McDonald. Pete's
Mhm.
guy. All right. So, anyways, yeah, Jason Lloyd thinks it's Pickett as well. Exactly, Chef. My thing is this. I don't think that he has shown, like, I think he had to show that he was like starter worthy, take the job, be as good as Flacco,
Mhm.
you know. But I think that what he has done, he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been awful. He's done good things at times. But to me, he looks just like the rookies.
Yeah.
And if you look just like the rookies or you don't separate from the rookies, what use are you to me?
Yeah, you're a developmental guy. Can I speak some praise though?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the things that killed me on his college tape. There was no drifting in the pocket. He's,
Are
you know
we
what I
talking about
mean?
Shador?
Yeah.
Oh, Shador's looked great.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm looking at him now, and the things that he's doing, like the there's several times where he's like, maybe it would have been a sack in real life, but they let it play out because it's camp. You know, you're trying to get things done. He's sliding, he's stepping up, he's keeping his head up. Like he's not taking dumb plays. Like I think he's made a pretty good account of himself.
He has. And I'll tell you this, like from Saturday to yesterday in watching him, balls out quicker. Or in just a
Mhm.
couple days. And now that was like the one thing on Saturday. I was like, he looks good and he makes plays. But they need the ball out quicker from him sometimes, right? But to your point, like he's not drifting, he's stepping
Yeah.
up in the pocket, he's learning, he's improving daily, it
Mhm.
appears. He's working his ass off. He's staying after practice every day. I have no complaints about Shador, and I think that he's shown promise. He hasn't complained. Told his dad not to come to town. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Great move.
Yes, solid.
But
It's like
like,
reading the room right there. It's like, okay, what are they
yeah,
worried about? I'm worried about the circus. Well, if I keep my dad out of here, the circus stays out.
but right there, that's an NFL throw against a man-to-man starting corner, and you put it the only place you can put it. But you're right. He doesn't drift, and like there, balls out.
He's taken to the coaching well, which is something I was hoping that, you know what I mean? We just didn't know. He's never not been under his dad's rule. So how's he going to
Balls
take
out.
to tough coaching? He looks like he's doing great.
Should have been caught. Balls out right away.
Mhm.
Caught. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was sorry to
Here,
move on from Pickett so quick, but it's a
scrambles.
non-starter in my mind.
Look at that
Like,
throw on the
I'm already
move
off
right
Pickett.
there.
Like,
Hold on. Just watch this throw on the move. I mean, he has the unique ability to really put the ball wherever he wants when he has time to throw it.
and I mean, it's not my imagination. He does look a little thicker.
This is a concern, and we'll circle back to it. But the second team, third team, anybody but the first team offensive line, you can barely practice.
Yeah. Which is also a credit to the depth of the defensive line.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Mhm.
they destroy
It,
every play.
it's hard to get things accomplished because they're that, and I'm cool with that. It's going to be the engine of this team.
All right, so that was his day. Anyways, back to Pickett. He
do.
just hasn't, for me, he hasn't separated himself at all, even from, and I'll talk about, we just talked about Shador doing a really nice job and coming along, and they're giving him more slowly. They're giving him more. But with Gabriel, he's doing a good job too. Yeah, I think he is. Now,
Mhm.
I wrote about this. this is what I wrote. And so this is from my notes to what I wrote. But both rookies have been impressive overall. Each has had their moments making big plays down the field. They're both gamers. Neither has wilted in the face of a furious pass rush. They both rose to the occasion in the live portion of practice and made plays. I don't believe Pickett has separated himself enough from either player to secure a spot on the roster. And now you're practicing with 3 quarterbacks, and it's so much easier. And the format's going to have to change again soon, Case. Listen, if they had longer, one of these rookies might win the job. It's the only reason they're not going to win the week 1 job is because of time.
Yeah. Yep. The runway is too short.
Yeah, you just don't have enough time to get ready for week 1 and let one of them play the string out to try to really battle Flacco for this thing. That's just where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe for your veterans to say, I'll say this about Flacco too. The offense is more consistent. His arm looks live, and he looks like the best quarterback out there. Flacco does. Now, how many games can he play? I don't know. But to start the season, it makes the most sense. Why is Stefanski slow walking Shador? We can see Shador press. Well, I will say this, James. I think that they've actually done it at a pretty good pace. I know everybody wants to give them a hard time about the way they're bringing Shador along, but I actually think that they've done a good job of bringing him along at the right pace.
And they're giving him things on his plate. They're giving him things to correct, and he's correcting them. This is the process.
He was behind processing playbook wise. He's caught up some, and as he's catching up, he's getting fair. I mean, I don't think he's been treated unfairly at all. So I think they've brought him along at a good pace.
People can miss me with that fair shit. The word fair. This is professional sports, man. Go be undeniable. Go be undeniable. You know, he's got plenty of time, man.
I'm with you.
Seasons are long. Just keep progressing, keep getting better, and once you're undeniable, it's your gig.
Yeah. Wait, is this? Watch, I probably pulled the same video. I'm gonna be so mad at myself. Yep. My bad. Knew it right from the start. Now, the one thing I did notice and I wrote about, and once again, you know, sorry for repeating myself, but this stuff's important, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They have begun, and you may notice it here. This is Flacco, so maybe I'll save it for a minute. Now, Flacco is Flacco. Flacco is what he is, but his arm is there. You know what I mean?
Look at those wheels.
Man, he threw this one away. But I mean, he makes the throws you need to make. He's starting to gain chemistry with Jerry Jeudy. That was a drop by Deontay. I'm going to talk about Deontay, too. I have some notes on him. But he's got chemistry with Jeudy already.
Jeudy looks bigger.
He does. He's gaining some chemistry with Thrash. The 2 days I've been there, Tillman's not been nowhere to be found. I don't even know if he made a catch the other day. Yesterday. I don't even know if he practiced, to be honest. In the run game, it was good to see Ford out there. This is the live part. They're going hard, dude. Look at that.
Yeah.
They're going hard.
I love the fact that they tackled to the ground, man.
Yep. First time under Stefanski. And they didn't know. It was a surprise, right? But like, first play, they go live like that. Denzel head first into a tackle.
Yeah, I would be like, hey, we're going to the ground, Denzel, you're going to the locker room.
exactly.
We'll see you after practice.
It's like, wow, bro. But they just look. They look. He makes the right
Denzel, you
reads.
just pulled a hamstring. Go to the locker room.
He makes the right. Yeah, Connie. I'm not saying Tillman's having a bad camp or anything. I just in the
He
2
wasn't a
days I haven't
standout.
been there, he has not shined like I was hoping he would. Now I know he's a little ding too,
Mhm.
but
Ooh,
good catch. But they get to this live session. Anyways, it's just it's a better the operation looks better when Flacco's running it, right? It's just more consistent. Good throw on the run. Caden Davis had a big day, 89. Yes, Jacob, I'm going to talk about Deontay Johnson in a minute. I wrote about it. If you already read it, you already did, but it's just a little note. He's still mostly with the twos, but the biggest connection that I've seen from Flacco, and there isn't any in this cut up, but like, look at that. Miles ripping him to the ground. Is Thrash. I think Thrash is putting together a really good camp.
it's good. We definitely need him to take a step.
He looks quick and athletic. Now, compared to the rest of the running backs or wide receivers, that may be easy, but
So who was the guy they signed today?
they signed 6'4" Chad Cota. Do you remember Chad Cota?
No.
He played at someplace and then ended up at Oregon. 6'4", 450, 4 point. He ran a 4.51 40. I'm just glad they brought in somebody above 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah.
But anyways,
to me, it's a camp body. If he sticks, great. But
he is the replacement for Mikey Trees, who broke his
hand, wasn't it? He has a hand
hand.
injury. Did I see that correct?
Yeah. Broken hand.
Am I going to be surprised when all this is said and done? He ends up back on the practice squad somehow, some way.
No, he will. He'll end up back here somehow. So where's Dylan? So my thing with Dylan is that Stefanski said his size never showed up on the tape. I call bullshit.
Yeah. I mean,
they are.
Stefanski said something you're going to call bullshit on? No way.
They are moving the pocket for him constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's part of their game, right? But, like, there he is outside the pocket, right? But, like, when he's in the pocket, so he started the practice terribly. I'll say this.
Yeah, 3 bad passes.
3 really bad passes. Then he got better as the day went on. But, and I don't know if it'll show up here. In general, Case, he's effective. He can throw on the run well.
Mm-hmm.
When they get him out on these boots, especially going to his left, the ball comes out hot and accurate. But when they ask him to do a straight drop 2 or 3 times yesterday, twice I'll say, 3 maybe, he's high over the middle. And you can't be high over the middle.
Can't be high over the middle and you can't be late on the outside.
And so he was inaccurate and high over the middle. And you can't tell me that's not, because if you're standing on one end, you can't see him in the pocket.
Yeah. Can't see him right now.
Right.
I'm looking right now. Good luck. He's like Waldo. He's getting ready to sprint out to his right. There he is. Carrying out his play fake.
I just, I want that's good right there, right?
Mhm.
Good anticipation, but that's because they dove at the guy's feet and cleared. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Every NFL quarterback has to find passing lanes, but his success will be predicated on it as opposed to other guys. Because people make a big
This
deal
is
about like he's so and so had so many passes blocked at the line. I remember a year when Flacco led the league in passes batted down. So
yeah.
in effect, you know what I mean? It's about being able to find passing lanes. But if he can't do it, he won't have a career at all, even as a backup. He's got to be
So
able to locate his
this,
passing lanes.
so this is the best. Um, okay, Esther. This is the best. The best of all the other guys. I call them Floria, Keyshawn, Cade, and Caden. Right. The other receivers, the UDFA guys, right?
It's like a boy band.
The problem is it's somebody different every day, Case.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's Florio one day. It's McDonald the next day. Yesterday, it was
Caden Davis.
Caden Davis. Looks like an all-star. Anyways,
Yeah.
here. So how do you ever, there he's in the pocket, perfect ball right
Yeah, it's a
to
beautiful
him.
ball.
Yeah. So I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying it seems like they're having to. There's that new running back who, by the way, is kind of impressive. Toa, whatever his name is, Tuola, guy from the UFL.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, that's all. Tuatoa.
He's a bowling ball. There's a little
Let's
screen.
go. A little slip screen of my man.
Yeah, but do you see what I'm talking about, though? A little
Yeah.
bit. It just, it's a concern. It's something to keep an eye on. That they got to move him. They got to move him a lot, right? Let's go back to
Yeah.
this.
And he might get better at the passing window stuff and
Yeah.
passing lanes but like it's probably a lot for him, dude. Like, because the bottom line is you can say that size don't show up in the film. There's a reality to a situation. Homeboy's 5'11".
What? Like, all right. Now,
Like Breeze
like, what is that?
literally had to do more than 7-step drops
All right, hold on.
to combat his height deficiency.
So this isn't. You're telling me this isn't height showing up on the tape right here?
You're going to talk to Kevin about that.
That's not. Did you see that?
Yeah, but like that's just you got to identify passing windows and get people's hands down.
So
Yeah, if he cannot identify passing lanes, he's not going to have success long term.
thanks, Connie. Anyways, I have one more video we'll get to, but Kenny Pickett missing time due to his hamstring. It actually helped them. I thought the practice, it was easier for them to split reps equally. At some point soon, Case, the format has to go to the starter.
Yeah, August 6th.
I mean,
when they travel to Charlotte,
they play a game a week from tomorrow.
Not really. I mean,
I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, so I'm saying August 6th when the
That's
game
next
that we
week.
see on TV will be wildly different from the one they play in Charlotte in the practice.
That's next
Who
week.
gets those reps? That's what you pay attention to.
That's 6 days away.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't, that this thing with Pickett is weird. Anyways, the practice goes they've done a good job maximizing the number of reps for 4 quarterbacks, but with 3, it certainly goes smoother. Flacco, to me, is the clear favorite. Time is the primary thing working against the rookies. Gabriel has looked fine, and as I said about both, they're both gamers. They both make big plays, but there's just a lot of moving him around. Sanders is saying all the right things.
Sharpening the blade. Just keep sharpening the blade, man.
He's keep saying all the right things. He's getting better every day. Yeah.
I think he'll get there. I don't even know if it happens this year. We'll see how it plays out. But just keep sharpening that blade, man.
And people are gonna say that it's because of my hate of Kenny Pickett prior to him becoming a Brown. I'm trying to take that out of this.
I mean, I can't say I don't have any preconceived biases. Of course I do. But I don't see it. I don't see it.
Anyways, I think that's where they're at with the quarterback. And I think that I guess we'll find out about Kenny tomorrow. If he hops back in this thing and they pick up like he's still in the competition, I'm not going to be kind of like, what is going on here? Really?
Yeah.
Like, this is your chance to just kind of.
Well, I've unplugged from the state-run media. So if they're still pushing the narrative, that is concerning to me.
All right. Life after Emerson. First, the guy I wrote, this was the last one of my notes. A guy that is a revelation and has been, you said, undeniable so far. Sorry, stuff's everywhere. Schlesinger, man. Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
No wasted movement. He's quick, decisive, takes the right angle. He's bigger than any of the other linebackers. He's fast, as are the rest of them.
He's got a motor.
He rushes the passer like an edge, but he's got the green dot on, and his person watching. He's just fun to watch, dude. He is just fun to watch.
This isn't the "I told you so" part, but like I knew when we picked him because he wasn't on my radar as far as I didn't think we would take him where we took him. But he was my favorite linebacker in the draft. Just there's so many elements that are weird to his story, just because like he spent years just as a special teamer, but he's an elite athlete because he was a walk-on. But he's a walk-on who is an elite athlete, and you saw it when it clicked when they finally. Story. It's a weird, but when you saw it on the field, undeniable UCLA. Dude is just a machine.
Yeah.
And he's
what?
I don't know, man. He's going to be a fan favorite immediately, dude. He's just going to be a fan favorite. It is what it is.
My thing is like, it's so weird that he didn't excel before that.
Do you blame Brian Kelly Chip Kelly, Ron Kelly?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
That was the coach for the first 3 years.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Switch that up.
Like, is that like because he was a walk-on? And how did he even? How was he even a walk-on? Like
you see that, like
he has the athletic tools.
He's a mutant. I don't know. And maybe he was a tweener. Maybe his size was a tweener when he was coming out, and they didn't know. But like, dude, he's. I don't know. I don't put the cart before the horse, but he's going to lead this team in tackles. And within his rookie contract, he will lead the league in tackles. He is a tackling machine.
By the way, that's Buki Watson, who's supposed to be a monstrous linebacker, and he is just as big walking next to him.
Mm-hmm.
He was covering Thrash in coverage the other day, covering him like a glove.
Mm-hmm.
He's all over the field. In the live session, there was nobody flying around hitting people more than him.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. Here we go. Watch Pursuit down. They love it too. Dude, they were fired up to get to tackle to the ground, man.
Oh, I bet. But for a lot of these pros, you haven't done that in years in practice. You know, especially if you played for this team. But someone like Swesh, that's what he did at UCLA. They tackled to the ground in practice. You could tell.
He's also, I saw somebody ask earlier, who's a leader on this team? This kid's going to be a leader. It may not be right away, but it's in him.
They put the green dot on his helmet. That tells me in the meetings he's a monster.
Yep.
You're not just doing that and hoping he can swim on the field. Like,
Petone Hill laying on him after the play. But, I mean, he's something as a fan you can get excited about. Look at him in there.
Yeah. He will be a fan favorite. And he's going to play specials. He's going to be a monster, man.
He's the real deal. And he's fun. He's fun to watch. Yeah, and guys, you are right. If JOK, I mean, even if Hicks wouldn't have retired. But I actually don't mind it that in the long term that he has the green dot now, because he'll take to it faster, and it's just like your entire defense will benefit.
2-3 years.
Yeah.
You know, it was to be a field general on that side of the ball by that point.
You know, Pat, I'm not that concerned at linebacker. I know Bush is probably going to get suspended as well. And they had him playing Sam and
Diabate playing some Sam too.
They had Diabate playing Sam too, but it's mostly the kid from Ohio State, Baker, and Diabate. And Diabate over on playing the will. I mean, when there's two linebackers on the field, I expect at least at the beginning of the season for it to be Schlesinger and Baker. Schlesinger and Diabate, which is okay.
Yeah. Look, man. Yes, Hicks and JOK are blows, and if they'd be there, this would be a better room. This is still an above-average room in my mind.
And Jason Tarver gets the best out of no matter who you give him.
Thank you.
But I'm not, could they use another body that they can depend on? Because I'm not like a Winston Reed truther like some people are. Sure.
I do need someone that wears number 59 to be good again. It's been a long time, Brad.
You're not going to say, I don't know if you're going to be able to sell me on Buki Watson as a draft pick, though.
Yeah. Which is crazy because they were like, hey, he could be an eventual green dot, you know? I'm not trying to close the casket on his career, but they've already drafted a kid they've given the green dot to.
I mean, if they don't make any moves, he's going to have to play some at the beginning until Bush comes back. We think for him suspension like 2 games.
I don't know. I don't look too deep into his case. I'm not gonna be surprised if it's 4 or 6 because that's
4. I know
that's their measuring stick.
Yeah, I mean, Bush looks good now. Bush looks good in practice now. It's a shame that he's going to be suspended. Yeah. So, all right, let's talk a little bit about Emerson, because the natural thing is right away Greg Newsome.
Yeah. On the outside.
He goes to the outside. Listen, I'm not worried about that aspect of it. Are you?
No, it's a drop off, but it's not a cataclysmic fall. I mean, like, something above average corner.
Yeah, he's a good outside corner.
Mhm.
I think he's probably better outside than he was inside.
Yes, that was true at one point. We'll see if it still is. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's been, it's a different
but he gets
mentality.
what he's been wanting all along. He gets the chance to play outside where he wants to, and where he shined as a rookie.
Mhm.
So I'm not concerned there. My biggest concern is depth and the nickel roll.
Which
Now, go ahead.
no, well
What
they've been stocking the cupboard for this, so this now they got to see if if
Yeah.
Mitchell and Harden are the guys.
So Harden has been gone the last 2 days with personal issues. So he wasn't there yesterday. But I noticed some interesting things in the secondary. At safety too. 2 days now. I've noticed some similar in things there. Well, some developments that we're starting to see, right? The first day was that at defensive end, Cameron Thomas is getting reps with Shoyinka, Wright, Isaiah, and Miles.
He's in the mix.
Yeah. He's in the mix. I don't know what that means for the future, but
Yeah.
same thing yesterday. He's getting reps with the ones in the twos.
Something to keep note of, especially pay attention to how many reps is he getting in these games, because we know they're not going to play Miles. There's going
Guy to keep an eye on. First, so they start in base. First guy they go in, Cam Mitchell. Obviously, it's Cam Mitchell's job
to lose.
Mhm. Now, we know Schwartz likes to play 3 safeties. Are you guys having audio problems? Really? Nobody else said anything. Check. 1,
We're
2.
an hour into it.
An hour and 7 in. Broken Arrow comes in with the audio issues.
Off the top.
If the top rope. It's crackling periodically. Better now. All right, hang on. Check 1, 2. Are we crackling? Not now. Not now. Check 1, 2. Somebody else let me know in YouTube if the audio is any better, please.
Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2.
Man, this is brutal. This has got to stop, man.
MC is giving us permission to just go on with the show.
I know, but
Mitch.
Crackling just like Barry.
So they were crackling. See, I heard them when I listened to them last night. They were perfect when I was listening.
Try now. Any better?
See, I hear you perfectly, so it's hard for me to even.
I am breaking up. dude.
Well, next week I'll use a different mic and see if that does anything.
It's not us. It's StreamYard.
No, but they told us it was our fault. Don't you remember?
I don't care what they're not. How could it be our fault?
I know, man.
We can hear each other fine.
I know.
Trying to dumb it down a little.
They just didn't want us talking about Emerson. They were getting depressed.
Yeah.
So they throttled our sound down.
Let's do this. Do you ever do
Maybe. What are you going to say?
I'm going to mess with your settings for a second.
Okay. The people are campaigning for us to just push through.
Yeah. Probably should. All right, let me do one last thing here, okay?
Yes, sir.
And then we'll push on.
StreamYard pulled a hamstring. They got to hit the showers.
Yeah, man. All right. I guess there's really nothing we can do. I apologize, folks. Apologize. %90 clear. Okay. We're making a change. This won't continue. I apologize again.
This aggression will not stand, man.
It will not stand. So when you think about nickel, right? Your mind goes to
Selfishly, can I tell you what I thought first?
Mitchell.
There's now a path to Lemarian James.
There is.
That was the first thing I
Took
thought of
some reps
selfishly.
there. He took some reps there.
He is a dog.
And I hope. I'm going to raise your volume.
Now the question is, would he have seen reps had Harden been there? Probably not.
Yeah.
But when you get those reps, you have to make the most of them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because we don't really know where Harden stands at all because we haven't had a huge sample size of seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
We saw him in the preseason a little. He didn't do a ton. I don't think they're going to go get a free agent.
No, not now. If anything, you're going to wait till the scrap heap comes up, and then maybe you can make a move there. But I like Jenkins. Jenkins can come up. Casey can come up. If you just look at what they have available, I think you can work all those issues out. And then if nothing sticks, then yeah, you go get someone. But you've drafted two corners that have yet to really see significant playing time. Mitchell, Harden. I like Lemarian James a great deal. I don't know if McMillan can come down or not. But I know Casey Jenkins
Yeah.
can.
So that's kind of what I wrote about is 3 safeties on the field. Jenkins has played a ton of snaps in his career in the slot, and
Yeah, absolutely yes.
So there was a weird period, right, where in between team drills, they did a walkthrough with just the secondary and the offense in 4 wide. And it was like, I think it was probably like prevent concepts, right? Or whatever they were doing, but they were going at like 25%, like walkthrough style, and it was to make sure like each corner, each everything went the right way. So, and it was a good opportunity to see how they were rolling out their nickel coverage. And it was Mitchell, and then they went 3 safeties, and it was, well, James was the other corner they got when he was in there, but it was Jenkins and KZ each taking shots up there, covering the nickel. Really interesting. Chris Edmonds barely left the field. Now, Delpit was out for the day. He's dinged. But Chris Edmonds, I didn't see him leave the field in the second half of practice.
Yeah.
Hickman was coming on and off. Hickman actually took some snaps up in the nickel. But Edmonds didn't leave the field, and he felt like the free safety.
Well, I'll say this about Edmonds. He looked great last year at the same time. But he's kind of been out of sight, out of mind. I don't know if it was for you, but it has been for me. He's not even a guy that I was really considering having a shot at the 53. So to hear that they're giving him that kind of run, that's very interesting.
It is. I was intrigued by it because they were going Edmonds and Hickman and Edmonds and Jenkins, like with the ones, which I like that combination actually. And Jenkins coming up to cover the nickel. And then with the next group, it was KZ and McMillan. So, I think they combat this nickel issue with the 3 safety looks, because I think you have a guy in Jenkins that can.
Out of all those guys, he has that dearth of experience that would lead you to believe that they're comfortable with him in that role.
When they first signed him, going through his PFF snaps, he has played a wide array of snaps at free, strong, in the box, 2 deep, in the middle, and in the slot.
Recently, he's been more in the box and nickel.
Yes.
In recent years.
And he's played a ton of slot snaps. So, for me, I look at it. You got to go?
No.
That's one way you can go. But Cam Mitchell, Miles Harden, and you got to have your eye on cut downs. He's got to have his eyes out on
receiver, corner,
receiver, potentially tight end. Maybe they end up keeping Whitebeard. I don't know. Bates flashes sometimes, but either way, like the need now for me isn't even a nickel, because I think you can figure that out. But it's that outside corner. Who is going to be your outside corner depth when Denzel misses 4 games?
The old inevitable.
Is it going to be Cam Mitchell going out? because
Well, I mean, they've said as much, but
that to me,
do they feel comfortable? Does Schwartz feel comfortable? Because the way he plays, those guys are on islands, man.
yeah.
Like you're in a ton of one. I don't know.
I'll tell you this. I don't know if they'll be good enough to do it, but Lamarian James is talented, and you can see it in one-on-ones when they do with you know what I mean. His coverage in one-on-ones with like good like thrash and Judy
He's
and
sticky.
stuff. Very. Dom Jones
Bigger.
is huge
Bigger.
for a corner.
Yeah.
Huge for a corner and very physical. Both play with a good attitude and good energy. So you don't get somebody. I mean, at cutdowns, they could be looking for nickel help or ideally a guy like Mike Hilton or somebody like that can do both. Because
I think Hilton's in Miami.
I know, but like I'm just using him as an example of
Yeah,
a
no,
recent
exactly.
free agent. A guy that can play
Yeah.
outside and inside. A guy like Newsom that can do both and help you. But I think ultimately, like from what I observed, and this is one day after the injury, but I think they're gonna attack this with safeties.
Yeah, they very well could because of the two guys they went and got just have a ton of experience, man. They're not going to panic. They're not going to shut down the legs. I mean, like, dude, I still think Harden, if he comes back in, he'll have something to say about it as well. Because I view him as more of a safety who can play nickel. That's how I viewed him the whole time.
I hope, he's more of like a true nickel to me. Cam Mitchell is talented, but like I don't trust him yet. Like I haven't seen enough. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he's the twitchy elite athlete that Greg Newsom is.
No, he's more physical, relies on he's a heady player.
Yeah. Harden. I want Harden to challenge him.
Yeah.
I mean, he should really, when he gets back, he should be in the mix for that. Personal reasons.
Yeah. Well, hopefully everything works out with whatever's going on in his life. But the opportunity is there. And these guys are going to have, I think they're going to get the full breadth of camp. I don't think they're going to panic and sign someone.
So I don't think so either.
Could go earn it, man. Someone's got to win it.
I think they.
And if not, someone, a guy gets cut. Maybe a guy gets cut that has familiarity with Schwartz's scheme. Even he's been around enough.
I think they've shown you that at running back and wide receiver already, they aren't going to panic and swing big. They're going to go get guys they've done work on, like this Toa guy, like Chad Cota, when they need to bring in a body. And when it comes to really addressing these positions, we're talking at cut downs.
Yeah, I agree.
When 1,000 players become available.
Yep. Like that.
Right? The only other thing I was going to say is that I'm impressed with Dylan Sampson's burst. He has a different gear that he hits, and he hits it quickly. Like, when he finds a hole, he's through it. I like him. He's fun. I'm glad it was good to see Ford back, and he does a nice job. He did a nice job. They did a better job running the ball with him there, but Ford just has a different gear, Yeah. So, I mean, Sampson has a different gear. So.
Juice knows for the end zone. He's someone that can be weaponized.
Yeah, they gotta get him touches and space and all that good stuff. the OBR streaming network and the programming here, make sure you get over to the OBR.com website, especially our VIP premium service. Subscribers get exclusive access to our forums, Insider Central with Lane Adkins' Inside Scoops, which are worth the price of admission alone. Our VIP stories, and all the exclusive recruiting and transfer portal scoops from 247 Sports Network as well. Plus, Paramount Plus. I mean, come on. Worth the price of admission. Landman, Mayor of Kingstown, coming out with season and Showtime, where Dexter is back with Dexter Resurrection. You get all of that included in the membership. So go
And
there.
NFL games.
Do that. NFL games will be on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus is the bomb, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a ton of good programming. And to get, be able to support us and get all of that stuff, you should do it. It's a no-brainer. The link is in the description below. So, and while you're, nosying around down there, hit that like button. Make sure it's working okay. Slap that subby button.
I heard there's a bell or something you can click on.
Hit the bell.
I don't know if that's a rumor or not.
Just ask. What up, you? But it helps us out. We've talked about the algorithm before. It's not a human being. You can't get mad at it.
Nope.
Doesn't know better. Nope. But we do have to try to make it happy.
Yeah, we gotta help it.
And for that reason, we ask you to hit the like button.
Please.
All right. The moment you've all been waiting for. It's been a good show. Informative.
I stole an idea from one of our listeners, Will. And there was a thing like, what's the thing that people pretend to, talk themselves into liking? And he said sequels to movies. Because
they're a controversial topic.
They're hardly ever as good as the original, but people, if you're into that franchise, maybe you just like it because it's part of that franchise. So it got me to think like, okay, let's really strip this down to the bolts. What are your favorite sequels? We'll name them and give your explanation why.
Roads? We don't need roads.
Made my list.
Made my list, bro. Come on, how could it not, dude? Let's go.
Well, because they're like, they fit together with the original and they're in the same time period ballpark to where it feels like a continuation of the original movie. And then there's some that are really displaced and they're real far apart in time. They can't really catch the essence of the first movie. But like Back to the Future 2, to me, that you can watch 1 and 2 back to back as one movie if you want it. I think that's solid of a sequel.
Yep, I'm in. So the topic, guys, is best sequels.
And I want to see the chat get live with this one because I know you guys watch stuff, man. Like, what's some sequels you would throw down for?
Jake Roach's Toby's Spider-Man 2. Was Tobey Maguire in both Spider-Mans?
He was in 3. We don't talk about the third one. But
I only saw the first one.
Yeah, I saw the first 2, and Alfred Molina's Doc Ock was good. 2's all right. It's not one of my movies I would throw down for.
Boom, chat. Godfather 2.
Mm-hmm. Once again, you can watch Godfather 1 and 2 together.
I like Godfather 2 better.
Yeah, I agree.
Connie, you nailed it. We mentioned it 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to go a little off here. Because I said it earlier, like they're usually the same time period at least, and like they feel like the same. But there was a movie that came out in the early 80s that they decided to, like 2017, to reboot, to make a sequel. Blade Runner 2049. Dude, it is so good. I like it better than the original. The original's good. It captured the essence. Now, what they were able to do is because they used the same director. Usually that doesn't happen when you have like that much of a time gap. But Blade Runner 2, the world building in it, the story, it starts off with David Bautista being a clone, and just the way it kicks off with Gosling, and you're on the ride with Gosling, and you don't know if he's Deckard's son or not. Like it, and you find out when he finds out. Like when a movie's able to unfold like that, it was perfect. Beautiful storytelling. Blade Runner 2049 goes on my list.
Blade Runner 2049.
Unbelievable movie. It is. It is the continuation of the original Blade Runner.
Which was 40 years ago before that?
Yeah, dude. The original Blade Runner is like 1983, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you did say Godfather first. I was just saying I agreed with you. Godfather 2.
Yeah.
I pointed at the chat. Broke the arrows.
It's amazing. I think that's a standard one. I think everyone, if you grew up watching those movies, like Godfather 2 is at minimum on par with the original. Most people consider it better, as do I.
So Pat Shea brings up Jaws.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
Hmm?
Did you like the sequels to Jaws?
Sequel. I did not care for. I saw 3 in theaters when I was a kid. It was in 3D. 4 is ridiculous.
Which
They're
is
in
the one where
it's got Michael Caine in it.
Which,
but yeah, no, Jaws 2
is
good.
The one where they. Yeah, Jaws 2 is good. Which is the one where they get loose in SeaWorld. That one.
3. Dennis Quaid's in that one. That one was in 3D when I was a kid. It was okay. I mean, it doesn't feel like the same movie. Like Jaws 2 is like literally the same setting. Chief Brody.
Yeah.
How does?
Yeah. It did not make my list, but I thought about it. Connie says Maverick.
I've never seen it.
I don't know.
It's Top Gun 2.
Oh.
It's on Paramount, though. If you got Paramount, you can go over. You can watch Top Gun Maverick.
I don't think you could get me to watch it.
I didn't like the. I'm Alone on an Island. I didn't care for the original Top Gun.
I didn't either.
I didn't. It took me years to actually like Tom Cruise.
I thought it was kind of corny, the original.
It is. It is completely. I like Quentin Tarantino's his version of it, of how he explains the movie. Is pretty funny. If you don't, I'm not going to say it, but if you want to YouTube that Quentin Tarantino Top Gun, he'll break down how I feel about the movie.
Good thought here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am not
excellent.
Yeah. So if you look at like sequel lists,
it's what it'll be on there.
Aliens will be at the top.
Near the top. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was different too because it's a different visionary. Like actually, Ridley Scott the same guy who directed Blade Runner, did the original Alien, but then James Cameron, who's directed one of my favorite sequels of all time, did Aliens.
So is that on your list? Was that on your
Aliens
list?
was not on my list.
Okay, so I'm going to actually go to Kanye says Star Wars trilogy. Jeffrey says he can't believe Trey Lance is looking good.
It does sound unbelievable. That sentence looks unbelievable.
Yeah. All right. So this, when you first hear this one, you don't really think of it as a sequel, but it is.
I love this.
Have you ever seen the movie Patriot Games?
Yeah, so you're on a Jack Ryan movie, basically, is what you're going to say?
It's technically a sequel because Clear and Present Danger was before it. First Jack Ryan movie.
Mm-hmm.
I love Patriot Games.
Okay.
Great movie.
I
like
I don't think it would have made my list, but like I get it.
I like 90s movies a lot. I think that's a 90s movie, but like
Mhm.
90s movies were really good for some reason. Like I'll still go back and watch like 90s crime cop movies, detective movies. They're good.
Mhm.
All right. Anyways,
I will stick with the 90s movie, and also directed by the same guy who did Aliens. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. That might be the most hyped I've ever been leaving a theater watching that. And Terminator 1's good, but the Terminator 2, those held up for a decade. You could have watched that movie in 2001 and it still looked new. It looks dated now, but what they were able to do in that movie and the story, like, great mythology. I love Terminator 2. Dope soundtrack. Makes my
probably a
list.
good call. I never was a big Terminator. Never. I don't think I've ever seen it.
It leaned into the fact that Arnold's not a good actor by letting him be a robot. Like, you know what I mean? Limited range of emotions.
Jeffrey brings up Lord of the Rings. I know for a lot of people that
Yeah, I feel like I did see the Two Towers in theaters. It was a big deal for a lot of people. I went for like a midnight premiere because the girl I was dating at the time was super into it.
I've never seen either any of them.
I'll say this: MC just put Rocky in Rocky 2.
He did.
You can go with your Rocky 4.
Rocky
Those
4
movies
is where I
were
would go.
amazing, dude. All those movies were amazing. But it's funny because if you think about the trajectory, like by Rocky 2, he can't see one of his eyes. He keeps wrecking a car. He's still dumb as a box of rocks. You know, it's
Yeah.
he won with his heart basically. But by Rocky 3, he's like on covers of GQ,
Yep.
driving Lambos with you know. But then like Rocky 4, let's be honest, man. Rocky Balboa ended the Cold War on December 25th, 1985. That was such a powerful movie. Like, I take back what I said. I've never been more pumped up to see a movie than Rocky 4 in theaters when I was a kid.
Yeah. Rocky 4. That's the one for me. That's my favorite of all the Rocky movies. And didn't make my list, but right there.
Well, I got a separate list. We'll
Okay.
get into it after I burn through these, though. Can we
think
get one out of the way?
I think only. Go ahead.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's on mine. Yeah, has to be.
Dude. And Batman Begins is a great movie, but like the level they kicked it up to for Dark Knight and the acting, everything, man, it was. And that's not just because I'm a Batman fanboy, which I obviously am, but like that was a great movie.
And I'm not, and that's just a great movie. Great movie. That's it there. I'll give Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yes. And I'm glad you said it that way because, like, we don't talk about this enough. Temple of Doom's technically a prequel. It takes place before Raiders. It comes out afterwards, but the actual sequel is Last Crusade.
I think both would qualify as a sequel, right? To me. But I like The Last Crusade better.
Okay. I got a lot. So I'm just going to burn through them. We're not going to even really talk about them. Because it was a reboot, I consider the second, like there was the X-Men that came out in the early 2000s. Well, they did the first X-Men First Class. But the next movie they did was Days of Futures Past. That is an excellent watch. Love Days of Futures Past. This is one that doesn't get talked about because it was like how was Blade Runner was. The Shining came out so damn long ago that like when they did Doctor Sleep a few years ago, it got slept on. It came out at a time when it's about Danny, the little kid, when he grows up. He still has the Shining. It's Ewan McGregor. And he still has the abilities, and he kind of quiets him down. Well, he connects with someone else, a little girl who has him, and then there's these group of people that are hunting the people with the Shining. It's actually very, very good. I would recommend Doctor Sleep. If you enjoy the Shining, check out Doctor Sleep. It's worth your time.
Yeah, I enjoy The Shining, but just I mean, because it's like a once in a lifetime movie. I can't imagine it having a sequel. That's
Yeah.
wild to me.
Well, because he
Okay.
wrote, obviously, Stephen King wrote a million books. So, but he wrote this a long time ago, and someone finally put it together. All right.
Last good X-Men movie was
Yes, it was great. It was phenomenal. Okay, so I have another category here. These are movie franchises where part 2 sucked, but part 3 redeemed it.
okay.
Okay, so we'll start with Die Hard with a Vengeance. So Die Hard, the original Die Hard is amazing. Die Hard 2 is like whatever, right? Like if you think
I'll
about
listen
it,
to that.
you barely even think what it is. But the third one, dude, that was baller. That was
Back. Yep.
yeah, that kills it. Well, we'll talk about the X-Men. So they came out with X-Men Origins, and it was like Wolverine, the first one. Not a good movie at all. Bad movie. And then they made another Wolverine movie. Bad movie. But then they did the movie Logan. Have you seen Logan, Brad? Have you seen Logan?
I haven't. It's my son's name, and I know it's the name of the Wolverine.
Yes. That movie, the movie Logan. It's a rated R movie. There's even a black and white version, which I would very much recommend. Great movie. Absolutely a baller. I don't even know which movie he's talking about, but I agree with you. Other than,
Spam Brother number 1. What is that?
you know what I mean? Other than that, can't get down with that. Here's a guilty pleasure movie for me, but maybe some people connect with it. I was huge on the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, right? The original one was scary. He presents, he's the boogeyman incarnate. Part 2 is lame. But part 3 and 4, he becomes like a stand-up comedian. He's just murdering kids and dropping punchlines the whole time. But I love those. They're like, that's a bad movie that I love, but I love part 2, part 3, and 4 were awesome.
I'll listen to that. Yeah.
Okay. So when they rebooted Bond and they came out with Casino Royale in 2006, good movie.
Yeah.
But then they did one right after that, Quantum of Solace, whatever. Not good. No bueno. But then in 2012 they did Skyfall. Brought it right back up, dude. Skyfall is a top 3 James Bond movie all time, and they've made like 25
Really?
of them jobbies. Skyfall.
I could never get into the Bond movies.
I don't know. I'm not trying to get you to get into them because there's too many.
Too cheesy?
No, dude. Daniel Craig's
Skyfall
Bond
is good enough?
Skyfall is amazing.
All right.
Javier Bardem is the villain, dude. It is top-notch stuff.
All right.
And one that doesn't get talked about enough is there was some spaghetti westerns made, and Sergio Leone casted Clint Eastwood as the man with no name, and for a few dollars more. But the third one is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay.
It's one of the best cinematic achievements, man. It's the third installment, but it is by far the best movie out of that entire genre. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I know
Absolutely
people love that movie.
Yeah.
I did not know it was the third installment.
Mm-hmm. And I have 2 other ones, but they're not sequels. Like, they don't have the same name as the original, but these are like spiritual sequels because there are characters that bleed over from different movies.
Okay.
So Paul Newman plays Fast Eddie, and there's the movie called The Hustler that came out back in the day, had Jackie Gleason in it. Well, in 1986, I believe, Oliver Stone directed The Collar of Money. He reprised the role of Fast Eddie.
Yes.
Great. Collar Money, a throwdown for that movie. That's good shit. Eastwood is the GOAT. And another one is Snatch. Have you seen Snatch?
I have. I enjoy it very much.
Yes. So back in the early 90s, Guy Ritchie wrote this big movie. They agree to make it. He gives them the script, and they said, man, this is too much. We can't put this all in one movie. So he cut the script up into sections, and he made Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels. That was the first movie he made. He took what was left over, and that was Snatch. Originally, that was all supposed to be one movie.
That's insane.
Which is insane if you think about all the characters, even in Lock, Stock. But then Snatch is like a masterclass in character development. So it's not technically a sequel, but it really is because it was the same script. They just tore it apart to make it in 2 separate movies.
That's wild. I can't believe that's crazy. Good info. That's it?
Yeah, I wrote some other things down we could talk about.
Yeah.
So Toy Story 3 is one of the better movies you'll ever see. And it wrapped up the original 3 perfectly. They went on to make a 4th one, and I've seen it because I have a daughter. But like in my mind, like they should have walked away after Toy Story 3. It's almost perfect.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I've heard people. Why does that seem so? I think maybe people have told me that it's really good before. Is that a popular opinion?
I don't know. It'll tug at your heartstrings, brother. That is because I mean I saw the original one when I was in high school. But yeah, the casting. The Snatch has so many characters that you care about. They introduce all these, Brick Top or Bullet Tooth Tony. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mickey the Pikey, like everyone they introduce, you gravitate towards. You know what I mean?
I wonder.
Boris the Blade, good stuff.
Can you think of any TV show spin-offs that you really liked?
I mean, obviously, Better Call Saul.
That's the only. That's
Right.
I can't even think of any other ones that I really liked. I don't think.
They were a spin-off. Yeah, that's tough, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that they're doing a spin-off to Brad Pitt's character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be on a streaming platform. It's going to be a show, but it's going to follow his character from that movie, and it's not directed by Tarantino. This is a completely separate entity. Actually made by David Fincher, the director of Seven.
And the Batman. Right?
No.
Didn't you say the same guy that made Seven
No, the same guy that made the Batman made the Planet of the Apes reboots. We did talk about Fincher, though, because we talked about The Game with Michael Douglas.
You told me the same guy that made Seven made Batman.
No, I compared the 2 movies because it felt like Seven, like you're chasing a serial killer. That's my link to those 2. They're not made by the same guy. Matt Reeves.
Could have sworn you told me that.
No, I did compare it to Seven, very much so. I was like, it's basically the script from Seven, except for Brad Pitt, it's Batman. This can't be real.
Paws of Fury, the kids remake of Blazing Saddles.
That's insanity. Do you know they are making Spaceballs too, right? They're making Spaceballs too, and it's Mel Brooks. They actually pulled Rick Moranis back. He retired from acting. When's the last time you seen Rick Moranis in a movie? He's coming back to play Lord Helmet, dude. I'm going to be irrationally pumped to see Spaceballs 2 in theater.
What Connie said the Yellowstone spin-offs. I haven't watched any of them.
Well, they're on Paramount though, right?
Yeah.
It's another pitch.
There they are.
Sign up for
They're
the
all
door. Watch
there.
Yellowstone.
It's like every 40 years.
Yeah, 1920.
They throw a hammer down the next family drama. I've heard they're excellent.
Same. I've heard the same. It's almost like though they're so far. I'm not going to be able to catch up to watch it live as they're coming out. Maybe I'll see them years from now. I like Kevin Costner. I'm a Kevin Costner fan. Kevin Costner's the sports movie MVP. That dude's been in more good sports movies than anyone.
Yeah, man. He's I mean,
and I'm not talking about Sonny Weaver.
Who?
His character in Draft Day.
Yeah, not that character. I'm talking the guy where he's the golfer.
Mm-hmm.
Tin Cup. Unbelievable.
Crash Davis and Bull Durham.
Bull Durham, amazing. Field of Dreams, obviously,
Mhm.
and Perfect Game.
Mhm.
Great,
Yeah, his catcher's John C. Riley in that movie.
underrated movie. Perfect Game. Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren in 1923. What will Tarantino's next and final film be, Pat Shea?
Yeah, he keeps teasing it, man. He hasn't came out with it.
He doesn't know.
No, he said he's only going to do 10, and he's walking away because he wants to end on a high note. He doesn't want to be. He said he doesn't want to be an old man filmmaker.
The Bodyguard. Are we just throwing out? We're throwing out Costner movies.
Kevin
now.
Costner.
He scraped the. What's that mean?
He scrapped the movie critic. Yeah, he does a podcast called the Archives. I think it's called Tape Archives, and they just talk about movies all the time. Tarantino's a fascinating human.
Yeah.
He likes to hear himself talk, but that's me saying that while I'm on a show. So, but I love all Tarantino's movies.
That was a great topic. I like that. I enjoyed doing the research to find what was another that tried to. I mean, you think of so many bad ones too. What was it like? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids too.
Mm-hmm.
That made me think of that one.
Well, we see they always go back to the well. If something makes money, they're like, "All right, let's go do it. Let's hit it."
Hits.
Play the hits. That's what they do.
Yeah, man. What's the movie that has made like the most iterations of it ever?
Fast and Furious. They will
Gotta
never
be up there.
They will never stop making those, bro.
Final Destination.
Yeah, they just rebooted that recently. Like when back to the well.
Yeah, they just keep going.
Those were cool deaths. It was cool. Those like Saw movies, or because it was cool to see how they were like structure the deaths. But you're not watching it for the story. You're watching it to watch the deaths.
Yeah,
those become the stars of those movies.
Have
I found myself watching. I was in a theater watching Saw 3, and I was like, I just can't do this anymore.
Right. Have you seen Happy Gilmore 2 yet?
Yes.
Did you love it?
No. Love, strong word. They went back to the well too many times, but it's entertaining. It's fun. But I don't ever watch an Adam Sandler movie because I think it's going to be great.
I saw something. It was said there was like 74 cameos.
Buddy, like I said, they went to the well too many times. They bring back people from the first movie you don't even care about, just because they're still alive and they were in the first movie.
Yeah,
Adam Sandler's about giving people paydays, so
just make it funny.
Yeah, dude, there's plenty of funny moments, plenty of weird turns. I'm not going to. I mean, obviously it's still new. I'm not going to spoil anything.
You probably couldn't spoil it. It's not that kind of movie.
No, there's something that happens like in the beginning of the movie that I definitely didn't see coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure.
Cliffhangers in Gilmore too?
Not a cliffhanger, just a left turn, bro. Like, if you've seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about.
All right. Final thought before we get out of here.
No more injuries, man.
Yeah.
No more injuries. That's it. That is my entire takeaway. There's a pathway for this team to win, but it involves a lot of the key people staying healthy. So that needs to happen.
There's a pathway to win, but it includes. It's hard because it's almost like a catch-22 because it includes them being very good defensively and also being incredibly physical and tough. And they're taking a different approach this year, yet we're talking about health.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you look at the unfortunate injury that I'm not going to forget about forever, it was a non-contact one. You really can't avoid that, right?
You can't. Those ones are unavoidable,
yeah.
Unfortunately. I mean, at least
But we are asking a team who's trying to be more physical to stay healthy. Those two things don't go hand in hand, right?
Right. But like Stefanski live tackled the ground for the first time in his coaching tenure.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that speaks that means something.
And it means something to the vets who have been there for 5 camps.
Like,
They're
hey,
like, oh,
all
let's
right,
turn this up. Cool. Like
this is who we gotta be.
And luckily you got someone like Schwartz on that side of the ball to drive that home as well to his players.
You're gonna need guys on this team like your Jenkins, like your Casey, like Diabate, like Isaiah McGuire to have just really strong years.
I agree.
Because that would result in this defense being really good.
Yeah.
And if this defense can be really good, then you will have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL luckily has gone away the last few years of lower scoring, more running. Like they can play into this. You can win this way in the NFL now.
Yeah.
3 years ago, I don't think you could.
No, even with that 23 team, you wouldn't have won in this way. Like they had to do what they did. They went and got Mason Graham and Carson Schlesinger. Like,
yeah,
they're more prepared to play that way now than they were 2 years ago.
Like even the Chiefs had to win a Super Bowl that way.
Yes, facts. That's a huge wake up call.
Yeah. Because like 2 years before that, you watched them win a Super Bowl, and you never would have thought they would have had to win a Super Bowl that way.
No, they're going to score 35 points. That's how they're winning.
Yeah. Great example. Defense. Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Run game. Now they have supreme weapons on the outside, but I will say they don't have, in my opinion, they don't have like an elite quarterback, and they were able to win it.
Yeah. It's the running game. It's being physical. It's that offensive line. It's the Eagles are the one team in the league. If they had to get a yard, they knew they could get it.
They have a plus quarterback, but he's not.
And they play with an extra down.
Yeah.
They have an extra down because of the way they play.
Yeah. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Great show. Good stuff. Really got into the nitty gritty of camp, and there was just some stuff that I wanted to get out there, like the Cameron Smith stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had not heard that. That's
the
interesting.
The safety stuff with Chris Edmonds and, potentially having to go the route of like Jenkins or somebody. 3 safeties on the field, a lot. So just some things to think about, because the quarterback thing is something that we're really in the dark on right now as a whole. But from where I'm at, I just don't see all the hype, people pushing the Pickett narrative on us still. To me, there just isn't enough time. If there was enough time, I think you could get one of these rookies ready to start a season. It's just you just don't have enough time. It would take all of camp to get him there and through, and there's no guarantee.
It's different because they have to win.
Yeah.
If this was the second year of this coaching regime and they had some future guarantees, I could see it going a different way, but they ain't got that, brother. Coming off 3-14, you got to win some games.
You have to respect your Joel Batonios and your guys that came back.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
They're in a weird spot.
They are.
But I'm not outside of the injuries, what I've seen when I've gone to camp for 2 days has not. There's nothing I've been like, oh, this is terrible.
This
It's
ain't
been
gonna
like,
work. Yeah.
it's been like,
this
okay.
ain't gonna work.
Yeah, like there are days that I left Berea being like, God damn, man, what is going on? You don't get that feeling when you're there. They're efficient. They're getting things done. I don't know what they're gonna do at wide receiver is like my main thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're gonna play they're gonna play a lot of 2 tight end sets. That's what they're doing at wide receiver.
That they're gonna do. Fannin looks great.
Yeah.
I did have a note on Deontay Johnson.
Okay.
It's in the article. I think I might have wrote more. I'm not a. You hate this, don't you?
Go for it.
Because
What
you
you
hate
say?
Deontay Johnson and the
No, I don't
idea
hate
of
him.
it.
I just don't count him as a player yet. I can't. If it hits, great. But I'm not getting my hopes up right now.
He's a professional receiver. They need professional receivers.
He was once upon a time.
He
Let's
is
get it.
carrying himself like one right now.
That's great.
And
It's a good move.
as far as reading someone's physical communication, body language,
Yeah.
he is patting teammate. I've watched him closely. He is encouraging teammates, younger UDF wide receivers, picking them up, patting them on the helmet, celebrating with his team, getting fired up for a play made by somebody else in the wide receiver room. I don't know if I expected that.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he understands this is his last chance.
It's a good sign, at least.
Yeah.
At the very least, it's a good sign.
Yeah.
On the outside. Do we really know what's going on up here? No. But
No. But, like, when I'll know that it's real? When it's 3rd and 6 and you got to have it, and he's the one you go to because he can get that separation. He finds a soft spot and, comes down with the ball.
he gets open.
Until then, it's all pie in the sky for me. It's like, yeah, it could be great. Also, it could be nothing. So come on, man. Come on, Deontay. Do the thing.
We need it. We need that.
We need it in the worst way.
We need that badly.
It's the reason I can't. I'm not counting on him yet. I see people that are though. Props to you.
I'm rooting hard for him. And
Yeah.
I've seen some things that are encouraging. I'll just say that at the very
Good.
least.
Hey, this is all what I want to hear. But it all comes down to what I see when it's actually time. If he can be someone that can be counted on and be someone who you can move the offense and just be because we've seen him be a true volume guy in the league.
Yeah.
This team badly needs that. Badly.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can be that dude. That'd be great.
Jerry Jeudy could have a monster year.
I've heard the same. He looks good physically. He looks the part.
He does. All right, man. Great show. We said we were going to go an hour to an hour and a half. We went the full 2.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. The one and only Casey Kinnamon. Great job. The
Thanks,
greatest chat in all of the land. We appreciate you guys being here. You guys are fantastic. And any audio issues, very sorry about any of them. It's not, we don't want that.
That is a disgusting act.
With that, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching All Eyes on Cleveland. For Casey Kinnamon, my name is Brad Ward. Keep it locked at the OBR as we go into week 3 next week. And they're going to play a football game.
Joint practices, baby.
Joint practices and an exhibition game, which should have the rookies playing a half each, in my opinion.
Yes.
So, which will be quite enjoyable to watch, I think. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday night, everybody. From Casey, I'm Brad. We are out.